Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. To throw on 3rd down. Pryor. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. From the gun, Pryor. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
And he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pryor. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop.
Watch the
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. 2nd and 9 now. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Steelers nothing.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Looking to throw. Pryor, but it's brought in by Washington. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. They'll try and run with their fullback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now there's a great example of why he gets the ball in certain situations. Who's going to take that big guy on? Breaks a couple of tackles and picks up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
52's the mark, boys, 52. We got to get
on 4th down, Pryor, complete to Washington. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 55's mark, guys, 55. Switch up, switch up. Check.
Operating from the gun. Pryor, complete. It's Johnson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. to throw. Pryor. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming. Watch out.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Whip.
Looking to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's 2nd and inches at the 17.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Pryor. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on first down. Pryor. Short little throw to Ebron. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is...
He's got daylight. The 30. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 28-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Ready, go.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They go play action here on first down. And this is Parker, complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They run with Breida. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check safety, check safety. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go. Come on. Check 31. Pick that, pick that. Come.
Now back to throw. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
First down, Dolphins.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check 3, check 3. Check.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try again with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A quick throw complete to Washington. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Pryor. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw. Pryor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal. But when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice. Oh, now Breida loses it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. A gain of 6 there on first. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Dolphins 31, Steelers 10.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now a carry here for their fullback. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On first down, they run with Howard. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
To throw on second down. Pryor, and the catch made by Johnson. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Pryor. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Pryor. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. From the gun, Pryor, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. It looked, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Balaj. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check, check. Tighten up. Pull together.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. He's going to launch, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and the people really enjoyed this game. They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Miami, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.